Hey everybody, the Real Behemoth here, back in with another video for Heroes of History. Today we're going to be jumping into our next Relic tier list. So we're going to be jumping into our 5-star Relic, the Mask of Tutankhamun. Now again, I apologize for those that need me to pronounce things correctly. I will not, likely, so let me know if I did pronounce that correctly or not. Starting in C tier, I did want to point out Hassan. Hassan Pasha is a 2-star. Typically, I will not have 2 stars in these Relic tier list videos. It becomes kind of a little bit too much. But Hassan is very important to note. He is a taunting tank, and there are still a limited amount of taunting tanks in the game, and so we got to make use of every single one we can. Now, if you are very early on or you're very limited on tanks and you're trying to figure out who to throw the mask on, Hassan could be a good choice for you. Or if you're a pay-to-win player, you have a ton of masks and you want to throw them on a few select heroes, again, Hassan could be a good choice for you. His initial ability is going to be rather quickly compared to his, regen ability, compared to his second ability pop. This is going to primarily be used for treasure hunt. He's going to pop on wave 1. You're going to do really well, but then you're going to wait a long time for his second ability pop. So wave 2, he typically doesn't get a pop. He'll typically be the suicide taunting tank. However, with the mask, you can prevent that. With a mask plus a really good single heal very quickly, you can get him up and he can proc on wave 3, and you can clear wave 3 no problem. That's why I threw him in C tier here. In B tier, we have Herman and Ulysses. I feel like they're very solid early to mid game tanks, but I feel like Herman falls off very quickly and Ulysses falls off even quicker. Ulysses is more of that off tank, dish a little bit of damage, while Herman is really just a tank. He's there to take all the damage, but without that taunt, it's really hard to throw him in any higher. Now, in A tier, we've got William Wallace, we've got Ragnar Lothbrok, we've got King Minos, we've got Philip, and we've got Otto. Let's talk about Otto first. The only reason Otto is an A and not an S for this specific tier list is his level cap. He struggles with the level cap. And, his max level is level 60 compared to 4 stars now at 140. That's less than double. That's going to play a major role in the end game type of gameplay and specifically choosing which relics need to go where. Now, for Otto, he's going to be your primary tank for early to mid game, especially when you are limited on tanks. If you don't have a very solid tank early on, he's going to be your very solid tank early on. Philip, we haven't seen a lot of gameplay for him yet, but I don't think the mask is going to be very solid for him. I would personally throw Cornucopia on for him. But I think that he's going to excel later on. He's kind of not really great right now. He's kind of trash, but I think that with a couple of other additional relics later coming into the game and some future heroes, I think that he's got a chance to shine, especially if they do a slight ability rework on him. King Minos, I only put King Minos in A because he doesn't really compare as much to the Caesar and Washington focus for this relic. But because I really do still strongly believe that the Abacus is his best relic. If you're able to keep him above that 80% threshold for the Abacus to pop, you're going to see your opponents miss a ton of hits. So you're going to see him last significantly longer, at least in my experience so far, with the Abacus versus the mask. The Ragnar Lothbrok and William Wallace, they can be very tanky. I think Ragnar is significantly more tanky than William Wallace, so the relic would be more paired for Ragnar versus Wallace. But Wallace also still has a definite use case for the mask. With his defense boost, with, his ability, and with a decent single healer, similar to, what I was saying about Herman and Hassan Pasha. I think that if you're able to have him pop the mask and have a really strong single heal, he can excel. But I think Ragnar, out of the William Wallace and Ragnar non-taunting tanks, he's going to be your best for the A tier. Now in S tier, these two need to be highlighted beyond everything. So as everyone is seeing in PvP, for those that use Caesar or Washington, typically they'll have the mask on them. Now for Caesar, a very key note, and I've run into this so many times, if the mask pops and his ability pops, he's healing way back up. So you're going to see almost even another ability pop before you're able to kill him. And that's for the high level Caesar tanks. So the mask is crucial for him. If you have a mask, you're going to throw it on Caesar. For Washington, I saw this a lot in Arena as well. So a lot of these are arena-based conversations because you're seeing a lot more of these heroes used in Arena versus other types of gameplay. And the mask, I feel like, is more sorted for PvP than it is for PvE. So against other players in the arena. George Washington on a double heal team. I ran into this the other day. It was George Washington, it was Lily, it was Hot Ship Soot, and then there was like a Robin Hood in the back. I could not beat it. George Washington had the mask. I thought I was clear, and then he got healed up to max HP right after the mask pop because of Lily and Hot Ship Soot when he popped his Spirit Soul Link. So he has an absolute use case for the mask. If you have two masks and you have Caesar and Washington, it's got to go to both of them. If you only have one, I think it should go to Caesar because of his invincibility. His ability to block that any incoming damage right after the mask pops is crucial. So let me know what you guys agree or disagree with on this tier list. I've got more to come. The other relics are going to be done in the near future. So please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.